It is Sunday, May 17th, 2026, and this is the Neural Right. I'm Diane Albright, and I am the reality check this country desperately needs.
This is Ray Miller.
I'm Josh Cohen.
And I'm Will Sterling. We have a great show for you today.
Oh, we have a great show? Honey, we have a busy show. This world is spinning off its axis, and we're the only ones holding the map. Yesterday, we were talking about that massive Boeing deal and the border being actually, wait for it, closed. Imagine that! Common sense making a comeback.
Well, let's assume for the sake of argument that yesterday was the appetizer and today is the main course of accountability. The data is pouring in, gang, and it doesn't look good for the establishment.
Huh, they're panicking, Josh. I can smell the sulfur from here. The globalists are watching their little empire crumble in real time. Listen to me. They don't want you to know what's coming next.
I mean, really? You look at what happened in Louisiana last night, and you have to ask, what is going on here? Is the old guard finally being shown the door, or are they being shoved through it? It's fascinating, and we're going to get into it. But first, Ray, you've been growling about some news from Africa?
Africa? Try the front lines of the war for humanity. Listen, on Friday night, our boys, along with the Nigerian forces, finally took the head off the snake. Abu Bilal al-Manuki, director of global operations for ISIS. This guy was second in command worldwide, folks. He's been slaughtering Christians in Nigeria like it was his job, because it was his job.
And the Trump administration didn't wait for a committee meeting to decide his fate.
They sent the Reapers, MQ-9s, a 4-hour gun battle in the Lake Chad Basin. This wasn't just a strike. It was a surgical removal of a cancer that the previous administration let metastasize for years. The Sahel is the new Central Front, and we are finally acting like it.
Oh, please. Under the last bunch, we probably would have sent him a pallet of cash and a strongly worded letter. It's about time someone realized that you don't negotiate with people who want you dead. It's a reality check.
It's the aggressive common sense policy. Why are we surprised that removing a terrorist leader actually works? But it's not just abroad. Look at what's happening with Trendy Aragua, that Venezuelan gang. They finally extradited a high-ranking member to Houston.
Facts don't care about your feelings, and the fact is, Trendy Aragua has been treated like a protected species by some of these sanctuary cities. But now, we're seeing the first ever terrorism-related extradition for one of their leaders. It sends a message. Your foreign gang affiliation is now a one-way ticket to a federal supermax.
They're bringing the monsters in through the back door and calling them newcomers. It's over for humanity if we don't lock this down. I have the white papers right here. They're using these gangs as a domestic insurgent force.
Ray, honey, breathe. We've got him on the run. Speaking of things on the run, how about the money in Gavin Newsom's California?
Oh, California, my favorite cautionary tale.
What is going on there? I mean, really? Gas is over $6 again?
$6.14, Will. $6.14 for a gallon of regular. In San Francisco, it's $6.30. If you go out to the rural counties, some of those poor souls are paying over $7.
Let's look at the math. The national average is $4.51. Californians are essentially paying a governance tax of $1.63 per gallon. Why? Because of boutique fuel blends and the highest fuel taxes in the nation, which, by the way, are pushing 60 cents a gallon.
Think about it. Newsom stands up there on Thursday and says everything is fine. He unveils this $350 billion budget. He says there's no deficit. He says they have a $16 billion surge from AI and the stock market.
Oh, sure. It's all magic money while people can't afford to drive to work. Give me a break.
Folks, the Nonpartisan Legislative Analyst's Office actually caught a $2 billion technical error in the administration's numbers. He's using deceptive math to balance the books because he's got an election in his future and a disgruntled bureaucracy in his present.
That's the thing. The bureaucrats feel entitled to that money. They don't care about the family in Fresno trying to decide between a full tank of gas and a full bag of groceries. They hate you. They really do.
It's a vampire state. They suck the lifeblood out of the citizens to feed the machine. You want to know why I take my Brain Force Plus? So I can see through the fog of these fake budgets. It's all smoke and mirrors to keep the globalists in power while the infrastructure crumbles. Where the infrastructure crumbles.
Speaking of crumbling, did you see the track meet in Jurupa Valley? Oh, my heart just breaks for these girls.
You're talking about A.B. Hernandez.
A co-champion? So you work your whole life, you train, you're the best female athlete in the room, and you have to share your podium with a boy? Because the ruling class wants to feel virtuous? What is going on?
It's a joke! Gianna Gonzalez from Moore Park High had to stand there while they handed out a participation trophy for reality. But here's the reality check. The Trump DOJ is finally suing the state of California over this. Title IX was meant to protect women, not to let men take their trophies.
It's a basic logical fallacy. If you don't have biological categories, you don't have women's sports. You just have sports for men and sports for men who feel like women. Hypothetically, if this continues, there won't be a single female record left on the books by 2030.
It's an assault on the divine order. They want to blur the lines until nobody knows what a human being is anymore. It starts with sports, and it ends with cyborgs, folks. I'm telling you.
Okay, Ray. But seriously, Josh, the legal side of this is looking better, right?
Significantly. Not just in sports, but look at the law schools. The ABA's Legal Education Council just voted to repeal their diversity and inclusion standards. Why? Because they know they're going to lose in court. My wife, who is a doctor, sees this in medicine too. Merit is the only thing that keeps people alive. If you start hiring doctors or lawyers based on a DEI spreadsheet instead of their ability to read a brief or a biopsy, the system collapses.
It's a course correction. People are finally waking up. Even in Hollywood. Did you see Julianne Moore at Cannes?
Oh, honey, yes. She's 65 years old, and she just decided she's strictly avoiding any film with guns or explosions because they're cinematic noise. Oh, it lacks emotional depth in these rough global times.
I mean, really? Julianne Moore? The woman from The Lost World Jurassic Park? The one who played President Coin in the Hunger Games? The one who has used a gun in probably 20 different movies?
It's the ultimate elite disconnect. She's made millions off of cinematic noise, and now that she's got her beach house, she wants to tell the rest of us that we're too rough for enjoying an action movie. It's embarrassing.
It's virtue signaling as a lifestyle. It's the same thing as the Lab Leak cover-up. They tell you one thing for years, treat you like an idiot if you question it, and then act shocked when the truth comes out.
The Morin's indictment. Did you see it? 5 felony counts. Fauci's right-hand man.
It's a bombshell, Ray. Dr. David Morins. The DOJ unsealed the indictment. Conspiracy to defraud the United States, destruction of records. This guy was literally bragging in emails about making his communications disappear so they wouldn't be caught by FOIA requests.
He had a secret back channel using Gmail to talk to Peter Daszak at EcoHealth Alliance. They were coordinating to counter the narrative that the virus came from a lab. They knew! They all knew!
Why are they doing this? Why go to such lengths to protect a foreign lab?
Because their funding was tied to it. Their reputations were tied to it. Facts don't care about your feelings. And the fact is, the FOIA lady scandal proves that these high-level bureaucrats view the law as something that applies only to the little people.
Well, they aren't so little anymore. People are fed up. Before we get into the rest of this, we need to take a second for the people who actually make this show possible.
That's right. Before we get back to the analysis, let's deal with a hard reality. Real independence isn't free. This entire network, from this show to our flagship, The Neural Daily, exists because one man, Eric Christensen, decided to build it himself.
He didn't ask for a government grant. He invested his own capital and technical expertise to architect a media platform that respects your intelligence. If you value that kind of meritocratic building, back it up.
And don't limit yourself to just the politics. Get the full strategic picture by subscribing to the Neural Daily and the rest of the network. Support the builder, and you support the mission.
Support the truth, because the globalists sure as hell aren't going to fund it.
Thanks, Ray. Now, let's talk about some actual lawlessness. Not just the elite kind, but the kind happening on our streets and in our fundraising platforms. Act Blue.
Oh, this is a mess. What is going on here? 5 key employees at Act Blue just invoked their Fifth Amendment rights. Wait for it. 146 times in depositions.
It's a systemic failure of accountability. The House Administration Committee is calling it Fraud on Act Blue Part 2. We're talking about illicit foreign donations, smurfing, which is when they take big illegal donations and break them into tiny bits using the names of people who don't even know their identities are being used.
It's a money laundering operation for the globalist elite. I've been saying it for years. Their entire legal and compliance team either quit or was fired last year. They knew the hammer was coming.
Regina Wallace-Jones, the CEO, is under subpoena to testify this Tuesday. I bet she's going to have a very sudden case of I don't recall. It's a joke. We have kids in the Bronx and Toronto engaging in teen takeovers and brazen thefts because they see that at the very top, nobody follows the rules.
It's an accountability deficit. You see it in Virginia, too. Governor Spanberger just signed a massive gun ban. AR-15s, magazines over 15 rounds. She's calling it common sense.
Oh, sure. Punish the law-abiding citizens in Southwest Virginia because you can't control the crime in the cities. Honey, no.
And the lawsuits were filed within hours. The NRA, the Second Amendment Foundation, they're all over it. The argument is simple. You can't ban the most commonly owned firearms in the country. It's unconstitutional. But Spanberger doesn't care. She wants the headline.
They want to disarm the population so they can finalize the takeover. I've seen the documents. It's all part of the plan to leave us defenseless against the vampires.
It's also about the infrastructure, Ray. Look at Long Island. A massive rail strike. 250,000 riders stranded. The system is at a breaking point, literally and metaphorically.
And while the infrastructure crumbles, the state agencies are getting more powerful. Georgia just ended judicial deference to state agencies, which is a huge win for the separation of powers. It means the courts don't have to just take the agency's word for it anymore.
I saw the footage from the National Mall today. Rededicate 250. Hundreds of thousands of people, Diane. Not for a protest, not for a riot, but for prayer and testimony.
It's beautiful. It's people saying we want our country back, our faith, our families, and our health. And that's where Bobby Kennedy Jr. comes in. The MAHA revolution.
Make America healthy again. Listen to me. This is the most important thing happening in the country. 35% of the food industry, Walmart, Hershey, Nestle, they've all agreed to pull artificial dyes out of their food this spring.
It's a fascinating market correction. Kennedy used Executive Order 14212 to target the root causes of chronic disease. Now, you have 18 states, Texas and Florida included, implementing SNAP reforms so taxpayer money actually goes to nutrition, not junk food.
It's about time. I'm tired of seeing our kids being fed chemicals that are banned in Europe while the government subsidizes it. It's a reality check that was long overdue. National strength starts with healthy families.
But you can't have healthy families if the ruling class is actively working against the interests of the people. And that brings us to the big story of the night, the Trump reconstruction.
Saturday night was an earthquake in Louisiana. Bill Cassidy, a two-term incumbent, a Republican senator, was decisively defeated in his primary. He didn't even make the runoff. He finished in a humiliating third place.
Oh, poor Bill. He's shocked. He's a physician. He's establishment. He's also one of the 7 who voted to convict Trump during the second impeachment. And the voters of Louisiana just said, get out.
Julia Letlow, who Trump endorsed, got 45%. John Fleming got 28%. Cassidy, 24%. This is the first time an incumbent senator hasn't even reached a runoff since 2012. What is going on here?
It's a systematic purge, Will. The GOP is being reconstructed from the ground up. If you aren't America first, you aren't in the party. Trump posted on Truth Social that Cassidy's disloyalty is a part of legend. The voters agreed.
The old guard is dead. They're the controlled opposition that's been selling us out to the globalists for 40 years. Cassidy, Romney, Cheney, the list is being checked off. It's a biblical cleaning of the temple.
Ray's got the fire tonight. But honestly, Josh, is this healthy for the party?
Let's assume, for the sake of argument, that a party needs a unified vision to govern. The pre-2016 establishment vision is dead. It's been rejected by the voters in every meaningful way. Replacing them with Letlow or Fleming isn't just about loyalty. It's about a fundamental shift in what the GOP stands for. It's high-level manufacturing, border security, and nationalist economics.
And the Democrats are terrified. Kamala Harris is already out there talking about transforming the Supreme Court and the Electoral College. They see the writing on the wall for the 2026 midterms.
They want to change the rules because they know they're losing the game. It's embarrassing. They can't win on the merits of their $6 gas and boys and girls sports policies, so they want to pack the court? Honey, no.
They want institutional warfare. Harris is a puppet for the interdimensional vampires who want to dissolve our sovereignty. But they can't stop the reconstruction. The people are awake.
It really does feel like a different country than it did even 2 years ago. The institutions that used to be untouchable, the FBI, the CDC, the Republican establishment, are all being forced to answer to the people.
Facts don't care about your feelings, and the fact is, the Trump reconstruction is the most successful hostile takeover of a political institution in American history. And it's not just a takeover, it's a restoration of common sense.
I love the sound of that. A restoration of common sense. From taking out ISIS leaders to taking out establishment senators. The message is clear. The adults are back in the room, and we aren't taking any more nonsense.
It's over for the globalists. I'm gonna go take another dose of brain force and watch the runoff numbers. We're winning, folks!
Think about it. This is just the beginning. 2026 is going to be a wild ride.
That's the show. We've covered the reconstruction of the GOP, the war on chemicals in our food, and the end of cinematic noise in Hollywood. It's a new world, folks, and we're just getting started.
Keep fighting!
Check the data. They hate you.
Stay loud, stay proud, and keep your reality check ready. Goodbye.